to make new friends is actually not as easy because I realize our closest friends are our colleagues, people that is in close proximity with us. But does that mean that I have to spend most of my time with my colleagues only? And even for my weekends are reserved for my colleague friends, but not every single one of us are close to our colleagues. We're just figuring it out. Hello everyone, welcome back to Figuring It Out. My name is Melody.
I'm Patrick.
Patrick is actually our colleague from MMTV. So I've invited him because I believe he's an expert in the topic that we're talking about today. Okay, so our topic for today is actually how to make new friends after graduating. And if I'm not mistaken, Patrick actually graduated not too long ago. Around how many years?
Around maybe 2-3 years.
Actually, I had a conversation with Patrick not too long ago, and he told me that he has a very good work-life balance compared to me. He's able to make time to meet his friends outside of work.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, how do you actually make new friends outside of work, or how do you meet people outside of work?
Just like in our previous episode we talked about, it's about handling your time. So in previous episode is like we are talking about maintaining friendship, but meeting new friends is a different kind of feel because after you work already, the area that you are exposed to is not really a lot. Maybe just work, or maybe the only chance you get to explore other people is maybe your work expose you to other events or whatever, then you get to meet a lot of people, right? But maybe half of the people watching our video, they're all staying in the office kind of thing.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, so I can imagine it's very hard. So in that case, if the questions is just how to meet new friends, I think you have to evaluate back what kind of situation you are in first. So if you are in an office kind of place where you cannot meet a lot of people, the only people you meet is just your work, then maybe you need to find other things to do outside of work already. But if your work naturally already allows you to meet other people, like some of my sales friends, they are salesmen, every day they meet new people. Yeah, they confirm can meet a lot of people there.
I see. So it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
But let's say for majority of us, we're actually stuck in an office setting. I wouldn't say a lot of people are in sales, but I know there are quite a number, but most of us are actually stuck in an office setting. So how can we actually meet new people outside of work? Because I started working and oh my God, the only friends I have are you guys.
I think it is for me, because I also stay in the office a lot. But the time that I find myself meeting new friends is through my old friends.
Oh.
So normally it's like, let's have a dinner after work, right? Let's have a dinner. Then sometimes one of my friends will say, I'm eating with my colleague. So if you want, you just join my colleague. Then I'll just, okay, then let's just eat together.
So this is very much like what you said last week, like just be open to bringing friends through different settings. So you don't have to exactly meet friends that you want to meet only, but it's okay to bring other friends along.
Yeah, I think meeting new friends is like, the meeting new friend should not be the goal,
What?
The
What do you
goal
mean?
should be like, okay, let's have dinner. During we eat dinner, there's a new friend there.
Okay. I know that's what you said. The goal is dinner, and then this is an added bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, but for some of us, like let's say we don't really have much friends from uni already. Like for example, some of my friends, when they were in uni, a lot of their friends were friends from abroad. So when they graduated, they went back home to their home country. So they found it hard to meet new friends outside of work, to build a community outside of work. Because ultimately, yes, we have friends in a work setting, but what about after work? So how can we meet new friends outside of work when we don't have any friends to refer to?
Wow, I think it really comes down to what do you do in outside of work already. So if you just do nothing outside of work, just sleep all day, watch movie, then maybe you won't meet a lot of people. I would say. So
you're just describing my life.
But maybe you hung out with your friend, right? Your old friend. Then when you hang out with your old friend, then maybe just like ask them to bring someone out or whatever. Yeah.
How can I ask without being awkward? I would say because for girls it's a bit different. For guys like, hey bro, like, are you gonna bring your friend, the one that I saw in your story or whatever? And for girls, like, we cannot really say that. It feels weird. It feels very out of place. It's like, can you bring your friend? Like, why do you want to see my friend?
Okay. I get your concern already. Then maybe the doing part is the main thing really.
Yeah. Like how do we do that?
For me, it's really like just my hobby. because okay, one of my hobby allows me to meet quite a few friends is because me and my friend we collect action figures,
Oh.
and each action figures will cost like few hundred ringgit. So me and my friend talking about it, it will get until a point it's very boring. So we will
Oh.
join like Malaysia action figures kind of group.
Oh, so
Then it's actually very nerdy. The conversation is like, wow, you see this toy, this Spider-Man have a very good articulation, you know. You see his hand can spin 36 degree like that, and his leg can put until his head. That kind of very nerd kind of conversation.
okay, it makes sense because you guys are interested in the same things.
Yeah.
So you're saying like find communities where everyone's
Yeah.
interested in the same things.
Yeah, find communities. So I will feel
Oh.
like that hobby is the one that it not only fills up your time, it's just like, oh, you have someone to talk to. Like, you guys have a shared interest.
Okay,
Yeah.
from what I know, there are a couple communities that people have recommended to me. Like, for example, Jocelyn and Sky, and even CK. They will say, why not go pickleball or badminton and all that? But what if we don't really have a hobby yet? So, what are the communities that we can look out to?
I think really just pickleball. Like for yourself, you
What if
do
I
you
don't
like to do
like-
sport? You like to do sport?
What if I don't like?
What hobby do you feel like going first? Let's start from that first.
Hobby? Actually, my hobby is actually sport also. Like I like to go to the gym.
Okay.
Previously, when I was more free. So that's where I actually meet my new friends, or like I build communities there. But sometimes I still want to meet new people outside of that community. So have you ever heard of this thing called like Toastmasters? Well, a lot of adults actually go to Toastmasters.
Okay.
It's a very self-enrichment place where they go to learn how to improve their vocational skills. Because I feel like, you know how adults sometimes when they grow older, they don't really know how to talk as well anymore, like communicate. So they try to find a place that can help improve their communication skills. So they go
Wow.
there.
So what do they do over there?
Essentially they just talk, but but
They
it's
just
like
talk.
but it's a very
just talk like that.
no, it's a very professional setting of talking. Like you actually
okay.
stand there, give speeches and all that. But not everyone is into that, you know. So I was thinking like what other communities that we can join other than the typical few that people are mentioning.
Just stand there and watch them talk.
Okay, not actually yes, but not really. Like we take turns to talk. So there'll be a series of questions, and then you will just take whatever question was given to you. And so when you're on stage, you're like, okay, I pick A, and then in A they'll announce this question. So like, what was your most interesting time during COVID, and how did you utilize it? And then you have a certain time frame where you have to speak about that certain topic, and then someone there will be mitigating the whole thing and be like, okay, the grammar mistakes you've made are 3 grammar mistakes,
Wow.
and then this is the time frame that you've been speaking for, and all that. It's very serious, but then I guess a lot of people are interested in it when they grow older, but not everyone is interested in this. Like, we want to build communities outside of self-enrichment also, you know, like for example, toys. So how can we find...
No, I think the committee you talk about is what already?
It's
what's the name?
Toastmasters.
I think the Toastmaster is maybe better than me collecting toys, man.
No, because like, for example, sports and Toastmasters, these are very much self-enrichment. But not everyone likes to do that, you know? Like they want to just chill and enjoy it, like talk about action figures. So like, for example, if I just want to talk about makeup or whatever, like where can I go to? Like how can I search for these communities?
Wow, talk about makeup.
Okay, I know that's probably not your strength.
I don't make up, so I don't really know. But I think the Toastmaster you talk about is a good start. Maybe you can start there. Do you feel like starting there?
No, actually, I was pulled into Toastmasters a couple of times.
Okay.
I don't mind it, but it's not something that I really enjoy being there.
Oh,
Yeah.
because it's very stressful, is it?
Sometimes it is stressful because most of the time I'm asked to give a speech. So I'll prepare you can either prepare your speech beforehand or you're just given a topic on the
Okay.
spot. So I will pick either one, whichever they'll give me. And then I'll go there and just talk. And then it's the evaluating part that makes me stressful. It's like, oh, this is how many mistakes you made. This is the flow. How was it? Like, do you think your topic relates back to the speech actually relates back to the topic? I mean, it's fun, but at the same time, it's very stressful. So maybe some people don't enjoy these kinds of environment. They just want to relax. So that's why I'm seeking out other communities to be able to relax with friends.
But I think every community will have this kind of group of people. Like they take the hobby too seriously already. Then they are like, You know, they are too serious with the role they are playing already. Until go to a point, it's like you feel like it's strong tea, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, hey bro, like you
It's
need
not
to chill out, you know.
exactly. It's not even a hobby at this point because it's a global activity. It's something that people do all across the world, and they have like competitions to rank, like the number one Toastmaster in the world. Like the only reason I really found out about this was because my mom likes to go to self-enrichment classes.
Okay.
And then she will sign me up for self-enrichment classes, and then people there are like, hey, I go to Toastmasters. I was like, okay. Then they told me more about Toastmasters. I was like, cool. So then when I went to uni, there was an elective called public speaking. I just wanted to improve my public speaking. So I took that, and then he was like, I am previously the number one Toastmaster in the world. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Impressive.
Wow.
So he was like evaluating, teaching us how to speak. And then you can actually see the students there. It's like, I really want to improve my public speaking because I'm so scared. Or like, I'm so scared of talking to new people. So they have a purpose to be there. Like your purpose is probably like, I want to talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah. We don't have a purpose, you know.
Really?
Our purpose is just, hey, let's just gather around. Let's just talk about Spider-Man toy, you know. Wow, this head got very good. But the Toastmaster thing, yeah, self-enrichment, I think is better than my toys. Yeah.
Okay, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, this one makes you happy. That one just made some people happy. Some people feel more like, wow, empowered and rich.
I think the environment, if you feel like very happy, calm and chill, I think they will easier to meet friends, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like because I feel like in that setting, it felt like I was networking on LinkedIn, but in real life.
Oh,
No, really. Like, do you know how LinkedIn
congrats.
feels? LinkedIn feels like a very pretentious Facebook.
Yeah.
So when I went there, it was just like, hi, I'm a student. And they're like, oh, I'm from the banking industry, blah, blah, blah. I was like, whoa, why are you telling me? I was like, okay. So, and then they're like, this is what I've done. Wow, I really liked your speech just now because it was blah, blah, blah. So, and then for me, it was like, wow, I'm just here because I'm here to listen, but I'm here to learn also. They're like, okay. So this is how many years I've been in Toastmasters. This is the amount of competitions I've been in. So at that time, I felt really stressed out.
Yeah, it sounds very stressful.
It does.
And I feel like this is not a community for you.
Okay, but disclaimer, not all Toastmasters are like that. This is just my personal experiences. So I feel like for me, it's just not for me. For some people, it is. Because I've been to self-enrichment classes where people would just be like, speaking like they are really, really experts, and they're like, this is how I speak, blah, blah. And then someone point out, are you from Toastmasters? They're like, yeah, it has improved my life tremendously. I was like, okay, good for you.
Yeah, I think like different communities and different group really, like if you are not suit, not so like I like to talk about Batman and Spider-Man with my friends, right? If you just talk, if you just join our group, you feel like, what are you guys talking about? Why
Exactly.
you guys so obsessed with a toy that is like 12 inches like that, right?
Yeah.
So you know, so if it doesn't suit you, then doesn't suit you already. Just find another community makes you happy.
Yeah, okay. So how can we actually find that community that is meant for us? Something like, what if it's for me, for example, I don't really know what I like yet. Like for you, it's definitely action figures. So what about for people like me? How can I determine what I like and then join the community that suits me?
What do you do in your free time first?
I just sleep.
What is even interesting to you first? Then maybe you can find other people who's interested in the same field as you. Then just talk about it together. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like I have any innate what is it called? I don't feel like I have any like specific interest, you know. Like for example, when I talk to my friend Yiling, she's like very interested in music. And then when I tell her, I was like, why don't you find friends that are interested in music too? And then she will say, yeah, but I'm not that interested. And I was like, yeah, but you analyze way more than me. That's how I feel. I'm not that interested. I am interested, but not to the obsessive standpoint.
But I think there are a lot of people, they are at the stage of like that, you know. They are very interested, but they don't feel like they're expert in that level.
I see. So does the obsession build over time?
Yeah. But I think it's not an obsession. It's just like going like how I think this really comes out to your personality type really. Because it feels like for me, if I feel like, oh, I like something, I like drums or whatever because I play drums, then I go until a certain point. If I meet a very good drummer, right, I will just talk to him about drum. I won't feel like, oh, because I'm a grade 2 drummer, then I talk to a expert jazz drummer, right? Then I will feel like I better don't talk to him.
That's actually how I
feel like this is
feel.
the same situation.
Yeah, that is how I feel because I like to cook, but I wouldn't say I'm a chef. But I just like to cook. So like that's why I don't dare to talk to other people who likes to cook or have like insane skills, because like I wouldn't say I'm a chef. I just like to cook.
Oh, now you know already. You like to cook. Start from there. You say already you like to cook, ma.
Well, okay, so how can I reach out to these communities of people that like to cook too?
Very easy. Whenever you cook, you take a picture,
What?
then post on social media. This is the food I cook. Then people will start replying you already. Wow, do you cook? I cook like that. Then suddenly maybe 5 people reply you. Maybe one of it is like, oh, I actually cook also, you know. Then that's how you connect with new people already.
Okay, that is a good start. That is a good start.
That's a good start.
Is that how you did also? You took picture of your action figure?
Yeah, that's why you see my social media. I just take picture of my Batman figure, you know.
I see.
That's how my friends interested. Wait, this one you buy how much? I was like, oh, maybe this one or 200. It's like, wow, this is so expensive. Why do we even buy this? Then it's like, tell him, wow, this is from the company called name what. Then this is one of the best figures, you know. There's no reason he replied to your
unless
story.
they're interested, right?
Either he just want to talk to you, or he's really interested in that thing.
I see. For my friends, it's like, when are you gonna cook for me? That's the only response I get. Yeah, really. It was like, okay, slay, but like, where's mine? It's always like that. So I'm like, okay.
Or maybe you reply him, or maybe you cook for me first. Something like that.
Okay. I'll try.
Yeah.
Okay, but speaking of social media, like, do you think that social media actually plays a huge part in us feeling like we're lonely, or like not being able to make new friends? Because like I always see on social media, my friends are like, this week I went to a retreat with my friends, boom, one table. I went to the picnic with my friend, boom, another like group of friends. And it's always like that. They are always in groups. But for us, like for me, lonely kind of people, like I don't really have groups per se. So how can we actually feel like it's okay to not find new like huge groups of friends, but actually start with just one people?
I get why people feel like that, because it's like back to our topic. It's like, okay, if you stay in office, then you doesn't meet a lot of people. Then after work, maybe it's like, oh, you also have a lot of housework to do, right? Like for me, I need to do laundry, then everything. Then you see social media or everyone posting they're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Then you will feel like, I why I don't have that kind of feeling.
Yeah. Like, what am I doing with my time?
Yeah.
Or like sometimes even like, oh, why are they doing this? I don't have this kind of life. Like, what am I doing on my bed rotting?
Yeah, but there's the point of social media. It will
Is to
happen the
share.
same. It will happen the same if you're having a fun time also.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're having a fun time with Peter or whoever, right?
You could name any other friend. I'm not saying Peter is not my friend, but like, it's sad that my only friend that he named is my boss.
Oh, okay. Maybe you have another friend with your uni friend. You also will take photo and post one. Then other people will feel like that, you know.
Oh.
So you're contributing to the problem. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be mindful when I post.
No. But the point of social media is like that. It's just for share only. But I get the people feeling down. But what do you feel after feeling down? That's the main part.
Like, what can I do after that?
Yeah, what do you feel after feeling down?
I just click to the next story.
Then you click to the next story, then you're feeling down again because another people post.
And then
I feel super down.
Yeah, really. And especially when in my room alone, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I not living life? And I check my bank account. I was like, it's okay, I don't need to leave. Because meeting friends are expensive. Like, speaking of which, like, because especially for fresh grads, we are not earning a lot, and sometimes friendship activities get expensive. So, are there any like friendship, any communities where we can meet friends that does not cost a lot?
I think it's really just goes down to if you don't have. If your bank account is not very much, I feel like you won't get in touch with the expensive hobby also.
That's true.
So, let's say you only afford to maybe read books, right? Then that's where to start. So after you read already, I feel like for introvert people, the best way they can do is just go online.
I see. Like, what online platforms can I look out for?
Wow, this one I don't really know because I don't read books.
I mean, you don't have to read books to be online.
But I think the best way is really just see maybe the online part is maybe the second step. Maybe the first step is you see around of you who is doing the same thing first. Then you see who is doing the same thing. Then maybe you just go online and just
I
you know
see.
just enjoy the process of seeing other people discuss here and there. Yeah, but if you goes back to social media, it's really like you need to figure out. I feel like people need to figure out like because social media the point is like that. Yeah, you
It's
feel
just to
down.
show that they're living life. Like it's showing the best parts of their life.
I don't feel like it's that bad.
I see.
It's not. It's not that bad. It is bad, but you can see it in a way. It's like
Okay.
people really just enjoying life.
That's true.
But not a lot of people they post is to show that they are having a good life, and I'm just want to show off. If they show off, it's very obvious.
I
If you
see.
if you buy an LV bag already, then you take picture of an LV bag.
Okay, yeah, that definitely is showing off.
Yeah, is showing off. But if someone is posting about they're having good time with their friend, then you feel like you are showing off. I feel it's the people who feel like that is the problem.
So it's more like documenting.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just documenting.
I see.
Yeah. Then what do you feel after is what do you do after you feel down?
Oh.
For me, I would just like started to ask my friend to hang out.
Oh, I do the same actually.
Yeah. Then do they hang out?
No, then I'll realize our schedules clash. I'm like, okay lah, next time.
No, it's just I think just make effort come out.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
actually have to do that because I'm not the kind of person that goes out a lot. In fact, if it's a well-known fact around my friend groups that I come out once a year. So if they manage to see me, it's actually like, wow, Melody is here. This is a rare occasion. We must celebrate this. We never see her. She never reply our text. She never do this, never do that. And then they finally see me. But when they do see me, I'll stay there until like really, really late to amend back all the time that I've lost with them and just share whatever has been going on lately. And then I'll go back into my hole and then come back the next year.
But I think I think this is a good thing actually.
Oh, why? But
Because-
this doesn't contribute to us maintaining friendships or like see, even if we make new friends, this is a terrible way to essentially make new friends because the new people that we meet will be like, hey, like why are you not being responsive to me? Like why are we not hanging out as much? I feel like you don't care for me. They might feel that way. But because my friends have known me for a really long time, so they know that's how I am.
I feel like the reason why I said this is actually good for you is because you are now very busy at work.
Oh.
Yeah. You are very so Melody is very busy with work now. But I feel like if you so busy with work already and if you still make time to come out with that group of friends, then confirm you guys talk, you feel like, oh my work is taking up my time or whatever. I'm now focusing on my work. I want to chiong my career, right? I think the right group of friends they will understand.
I see.
But meeting new friends part, then maybe it's another topic.
Yeah, because like some of us don't actually have old friends to refer back to. Like maybe they have falling out or their friends moved away or they just like don't click anymore. I don't know. So for those like to make new friends is actually not as easy because I realized I was talking around like majority of us, like what Peter said that day, our closest friends are our colleagues, people
Yes.
that is in close proximity with us.
Correct.
But does that mean that I have to spend most of my time with my colleagues only? And even for my weekends are reserved for my colleague friends. But not every single one of us are close to our colleagues because I know for some of my friends, they actually aren't really close to their colleagues. So once they're done with work, they're just done. Like they don't talk, they don't mingle with each other. So for those, they actually feel really lonely.
But your goal here is to want to make new friends, right?
Correct.
Do you constantly feel like you want to make new friends?
I don't have time to do this here, but I really do want to meet new people because like in uni, it's so different.
It's
You
very
know,
easy to make new friends.
Yes, correct. There's communities everywhere. That's one thing I realized. There's no more communities when you've grown up.
Yes.
Like in uni, they've already made the communities for you. You've heard of clubs and societies. Everyone has that in uni. So like you're interested in, let's say cheerleading, you go to cheerleading. Then you're interested in finance club, then you go to finance club. You're interested in acting club, then you go to acting club. There's so many different clubs for you to try out. But then when you're an adult, there's no such clubs. In fact, actually, like when I was on TikTok, I was scrolling, and then there was this girl. Her name is Felicia or something, I think.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
No, okay.
So she was posting on her TikTok. She was like, "Hey, She just posts like live content, and then she was like, I was thinking of creating like a community for girls to meet up, like girls to meet girls, and then she actually made it the next month. Then I just joined like her WhatsApp community.
Oh,
But then I never went to any of the events.
why? You feel shy, is it?
I'm very shy because I was like, pickleball, I've never tried. Next.
Oh.
Wine and dine, I don't want to drink on the first time meeting. Next. And then so I was like, I'm scared. Like her community name, if I'm not wrong, it's called Her Common. It's like common interest for girls that want to meet up and meet new friends. So under that community, there's like 10 more. But I wish there was more communities like this for other people. Like, you know, like a real life clubs and society outside of uni.
I think the one you need to find and join. But I think the one you talk about, the Her Common.
Yeah.
I think that one is a very good start. If your goal is to really meet new people, I really think it's only two ways. One is like you refer to your old friends, then you guys happen to have like, you know, he brings some colleagues here, then you guys meet each other. Or maybe it's like your case, is like maybe you explore someone, then you have a chance to get included into a community. Then I think there's another chance for those who working in the office. There's their chance to make new friends.
I do.
So if you join the Her Common and you go to the pickleball group, then maybe you can make new friends already.
See, like that's something I have not done yet. I'm just in the group, but I don't respond on anything.
Maybe after this podcast already, go and try.
I will. I'm not gonna say I will try. I will try my best. I'm
very busy.
I'm also introverted. It's damn scary. Can you imagine like a group of people like 20 plus you've never met before? You go by yourself, and then you have to introduce yourself, and you're like, "Hi, how are you? What's your name? What have you been doing? Blah blah blah." Small talk, and then only you start to really get to know people. I think that's the stressful part. The stressful part is actually the small talk, getting to know that person, then only bonding with them to truly become friends.
Yeah. That's actually the hardest part.
Then how do you do that? How do you make that process easy? Because not everyone wants to talk about like what's my favorite color, what have I been working on, what's your favorite dish, stuff like that.
I really think, but I can understand like if for office introverted people, ask her to suddenly join a pickleball group is actually very stressful because you not everyone is extroverted. But
I agree.
I feel like a good way to start is to talk about the activity first.
Like
so,
how?
So if you play pickleball, then maybe you find someone who is maybe quite fun to talk with. Then maybe, you know, you don't need to ask him, what's your favorite color shoe? Right? Maybe, okay, you guys will pair together to play pickleball, right? Maybe the small talk can start with the activity itself first. So it's like, wow, the ball very hard to hit. Wow, why the floor like very... Like not zun like that. Why the ball just now I hit, it fly over there?
I feel like that's how you talk.
Yeah, that's how I talk. That's how I will talk.
Okay, like you imagine me. Why the ball very hard to hit? The floor not very zun.
No, it's not as stupid as I am. The way I sound. Maybe you can start with it's like, wow, actually the racket very hard to grab. No. No. Maybe you can tell the other girl, your partner is like, wow, this is my first time playing. It's actually very hard. He confirm he cannot like ignore you one ma. She will say, actually very easy only. If you hold it like that, then you stand like that, then you hit. Then the ball will cross.
Okay, I'll try that if I go.
You talk about the activity.
Talk about the activity. Okay.
Then you talk already. Then if you find like these people maybe is like a bit weird kind, maybe the vibe doesn't match with you. You always can add it with introduction.
Like how?
Like okay, maybe I talk to you, then you very weird, right? Then you very weird.
Yes, I'm very weird.
Then you very weird. It's like okay. By the way, what's your name? Then Melody. Patrick. Okay. Can. Okay, we play next round. Okay, then you go toilet.
This is opposite of what I'm asking. How to make new friends? This elimination of friends.
No, this is a situation where if the people is weird.
Okay.
If the people is good, you end it with your introduction also.
Okay,
So
how?
it's
How do I
like,
end it with my
the
introduction?
ball very hard to hit, right? Very hard to hit. It's like, oh no, actually very easy only. Hey, hit. Then, oh yeah, then you talk already. Oh, by the way, what's your name? Oh, Melody. I'm Patrick. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, how long you been playing already? After introduction, then you continue. Then
Oh.
if you don't want to talk to these people, right? You introduction already. Oh, I'm Patrick. I'm ready. Okay. Play next time. We go toilet. I go toilet first. I go toilet and never talk to him already. No, but
Now you know.
But it's a good trick for me. I use this trick.
My God, no wonder that day we play badminton, it end already, then you walk away already.
No, because I know you already. I know your name already.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a
Now
good
I
trick. You guys can
understand.
learn.
Okay, I'll try to implement this if I ever go. Because I've actually joined before. Like my brother-in-law, he actually has a badminton community where they go once a week and they just invite new people. They'll just post on Xiaohongshu. Yes, this is actually how he finds new friends. So he posts on Xiaohongshu, he's like, hey, basketball in Shara's area or badminton in Shara's area, would you like to join? And then people will come and join. And then I'll meet new people every week, but it was so stressful for me. So I'll be like, oh, hi. And then I'll meet them, but then I don't really talk to them. So I just play badminton, but I suck at the same time. So in the end, right, I ended up playing with someone's nephew. He was like 10, but he trains in badminton. So he always tell me, 不是这样子打, that's not how you play.
Wow, he's so
Start
fierce,
again. I'm like, okay.
Oh, he's so
start again.
fierce.
So I didn't want to go to any more communities after that.
This kind of people need to chill out. For those people who are in a hobbies community, you guys need to chill out a bit.
Oh, yes.
If you guys too serious,
Yes.
you will make the new people very scared.
I think that was the problem also because
Chill.
for example, for me, I like to cook, but I'm not a chef ma. So if I talk to a chef, I was like, oh yeah, I like to put this. And then in theory, they'll be like, no, this is not how it's supposed to be. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I don't like to cook.
No, this is like a behavior of gatekeeping, you know.
I see. Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel it's also like a power trip also, you know. Like power trip.
How? How so?
So it's like, okay, back to a stupid example. It's like, okay, me and my friends talking about Spider-Man toys like that. Then suddenly you come in, hey, why do you guys play this kind of toys? If I'm just happy to share, I'm a genuine nice guy, I'll say like, oh, because this thing, you know, the head sculpt is very detailed. Then the hand you can spin like 360 degree.
Yes.
It's like sharing about the thing.
Okay.
But if I want to power trip, I tell you, hey, you don't know this toy, man? This toy is from Marfex, you know? You know what's Marfex?
No.
You don't know? You don't know?
No.
Then I'll just leave you be like that.
Then I'll quit the group.
Yeah, it's kind of like a power trip and gatekeeping. Like that.
I see. It
I
doesn't.
think it's a people problem. It's a people
Okay,
problem.
okay.
So that's why just now you can use the tricks like test water first. You test water. So you test water, you go and talk to the girl, talk to the partner, have some small talk. Then you feel like the guy, he just vibe different. Then you just talk to another people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily have to continue talking to the same people.
It's like I feel like meeting new friends because meeting new friends is already very hard, you know.
I agree, especially at this age.
Yeah, meeting new friends is already very hard. Then you meeting a new friend that can talk is already harder.
I agree. Because for example, if I'm not mistaken, I went to a Zeus event with our boss and they're all like people that are really interested in finance. I would say I'm in an environment where I'm forced to be interested. So my interest grew over time. But it didn't grow as fast as the ones that have been listening to his content for like years lah. So when I talk to them and they're talking about like rare stocks that I've never heard before, and I'm like, oh. And then so in the end I just stood there. Like it was very awkward. So that's why I feel like for newbies that are new into this world and are still trying to discover what they are interested in, this is the hardest part, which is to include themselves in the conversation, but at the same time not look too dumb like they don't know anything, or like to be able to converse with people. So I guess that's probably why most of us are scared.
I think you always can start with a small talk, but because I'm not that extroverted until a point where I can talk in front of like five strangers, that kind. But I always start with a small talk because small talk is the easiest way.
How do you start with small talk?
To test water. It's like, if like for me, it's like I really just talk about the thing. Like for me, maybe I go to an event, then maybe the event, the guy speaking very good, or whatever point that I can pick up, and then I just tell the people beside me, "Wait, actually this guy very good." Something like that. then you say that, oh yeah, like that. Then maybe you can start from there.
I
Then
see.
it's like just now I said like meeting new friends is very hard. Then find someone that can talk to you back is even harder. It's like you have to think of it like a max.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
like maybe the hit rate is only 10%. So if you hit rate of 10%, maybe you talk to 10 people, maybe only one people is matching the vibe with you. So yeah. So if your goal is to meet new people that can talk back, then maybe I think I have to make an effort to maybe talk to 5 different people.
I see. So it's not the fact that maybe, for example, for me, I go one time and then I don't vibe with one person. I'm like, wow, this place is not for me.
Yeah.
Then I leave.
Yeah.
So it's best for us to like give ourselves a chance to just meet a couple more. Then only really decide, is this community for me? Maybe
Yeah.
it's just that one person.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's the case. I'm for sure like just now you mentioned the Toastmaster, right? Or Toastmaker.
Toastmasters.
Toastmaster. So maybe Toastmaster. Okay, I can understand like from your word it sounds like very big, right?
Yeah.
It confirms I believe that it's because the people behind it are quite good.
They are. They are
quite good.
professionals in the industry, like probably like 10 plus 20 years experience. Some even like Toastmasters in Chinese. I was like, wow, I only know like 5 words.
So maybe like new people who are interested in joining the Toastmaster, maybe it's like talk to 5 people first. Maybe it's a group of 30. Then maybe this week you go to the group event, then you talk to 5 people first. If the 5 people still like the vibe doesn't vibe with you, then maybe okay, you maybe for your part you put into consideration is like, oh, these 5 people is the weird people inside this community. The other 35 people is good. Then next time you go, then maybe is that really the case? What if that is really the case? Maybe the other 25 people is good. That means the 5 people you talk to is actually weird, no?
So that's how we make new friends. We have to test water.
Test water. Test water.
Oh, I see.
For me, I always test water.
Wow, that's
I
very
always
tiring.
test. That's already good. Actually very good. Actually, this guy can connect.
So how do you guys form a bond after that? Like, how do you guys connect after that event?
Actually, is for me, it's always take Instagram. Take
Oh.
Instagram ready. Then maybe he post something related to last time I talked about, right? Then just reply to his story. Say, wow, bro, very king. This year. They just keep connecting. But it's very hard for you to like keep connecting if the guy don't want to connect back.
Correct. Like you can
It's-
gauge it sometimes. Then is it best to just let that friendship go?
Yeah, there's a giver and taker.
You can't constantly give, right?
Yeah, you have to identify is a taker or not.
I see.
If it's a taker, then maybe you just move on, something like that.
I see.
For me, it's always like that. I always make friends with giver.
What do you mean?
You will feel like this guy is like is very chill and he's always willing to share. Like he's a giver and not a taker.
Like you lah.
Me, I'm a grifter. I'm
What
a
the hell
troller.
is a grifter?
No.
What is a grifter?
Oh no, a grifter is a word who describe people who cheat people money by trolling.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
He's not actually a grifter. He's a giver, okay?
Uh,
Don't need to be afraid of Patrick if you see him in real life.
So if you identify this guy as a gifter already, chances are his friends are all grifter also.
Oh, really?
What
What is that? Like there's this saying where people say like birds of a feather flock together. Means like if you all have similar interests, generally you would be friends.
Yeah. So if you want a friend, it's like, oh, you find it really, really good. Chances are his friend also very good one.
Wow.
So maybe stick with that friend, just hanging out with a friend. Then if he say he have other friends he's coming in, then maybe just join because you believe that his circle of friends will be very good also. So that's how it's like you notice the other flock also.
So that's how you form bonds with other people.
Yeah.
I
I would say
see.
you have to identify that friend is you want to, hang out for the next maybe 5 years at first.
Okay.
Because chances are he's going to have good friends.
Wow. Okay, I will try to identify that one friend and then flock with that whole friend group.
Do you
Yeah.
do you find you and Yiling's friend very similar?
No, you know what is her friends? Her friends are her cousins.
Oh,
My friends.
hey, you want to come in the camera or not?
Yeah, her friend.
My cousin, your friend is my cousin.
I mean, both.
No, I got my friend.
She recently only got friends.
What do you mean? Who?
Like previously, she doesn't text any of our friends.
Huh.
All her
But
friends.
still friends, right?
Yeah, but they just like float on each other's IG.
Float.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so she doesn't really text them back. She doesn't talk to
Ah.
them.
this is a taker. Avoid. Taker. Avoid.
Recently only she started giving because like
Oh.
her friends will invite her to go out and she'll think really hard for 1 week. She's like, do I want to go? Do I want to go? Do I want to go? And it's friends that they've known for a really long time too. And then eventually she was just like, okay, I'll go. And she was like, I had so much fun. But then while she's hanging out, she's like, I'm tired, I want to go home.
Okay. This part you want to keep in the podcast.
So they see, I kick your head.
Yeah, but like what you said
Yeah.
just now, like how you meet one person and they'll bring you into their circle. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it happened for me and Yiling.
Oh.
Like I meet her, she bring me to meet her cousins up, and then that's how I'm friends with all her cousins.
Oh, but does her cousin vibe with you well also?
Yeah, we have a group chat together. We're going to Malacca soon.
Oh, you see?
Yeah, this is my most healthy friendship circle.
Mm.
No, I don't think so. I think because they're all family. No. Cause like you know how there's this thing with friend groups that like date with one another. They're all very toxic sometimes.
Yeah.
But then for this one, it's different because they're all family.
Mm.
So like they vibe with each other. They've grown up with each other. There's not much toxicity. So I really enjoy spending time with them.
Mm.
But that being said, that's my only friend group. Yeah.
I think you can try with the trick that I've mentioned. So if you identify this guy is really good, chances are his friend will be good. So it's just like you don't need to ask him to ask more people come out, but maybe it's like more activities is coming already. Then you have more activities to do it together. Then maybe you can ask him, oh, you got your friend or colleague is joining, or you got anyone is joining. Then you say, oh, I can chill some friends here. Then you just chill only.
Oh, is it like what happened last Friday? We were just inviting our friends. You were inviting your girlfriend. Some
Yeah.
were inviting their boyfriends.
Yeah.
Then we just one group hang out together.
Yeah. I think that's the case. But we don't really talk much also.
Okay, to be fair, that setting was not for talking.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's something like that.
Wait, you want to keep this a podcast? Anyway,
So like we have to find a setting that allows us to talk also.
sorry.
So we have to find a setting that allows us to talk also lah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Correct,
understood. Okay, so I've actually pretty much come to the end of my podcast already.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have today. But before you leave, I want to ask, what's one takeaway you have for our audiences for this entire podcast?
I think my takeaway is like, if your goal is really, really meet new friends, I think you have to identify your environment around you first. So if your environment is really like doesn't have a lot of friends and it doesn't allow you to meet a lot of new friends, then maybe you need to find some gateway to find new friends already. For example, for hobby, or maybe linger to the old friends that you vibe with. Then maybe see if there's a chance he's bringing other people to come here.
I
So,
see.
I think it's these two way.
Okay.
For me, it's these two way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 is more than enough. You have to take step 1 to get started.
Yeah.
So let's pick 1 to get started first.
Because it's just like I said just now, the people who you vibe with, chances are he will vibe with the other people who will be similar energy as you.
I see.
So that's how you meet new people and also have the same energy also.
Oh, that are like-minded and have similarities.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
understand. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, Patrick, for being on Figuring It Out. And don't forget to follow figuringit_out.pod on Instagram. If you have any questions or feedback that you would like for us to actually answer, do comment down in our comments box below. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.